channel, and if you're new here or if you're coming over from the playlist, welcome. I'm Holly and I'm very happy to have you here today. And for this video we're doing a collaboration again, and it is being hosted by Jim at Jim's Kitchen, and he has great content on his channel. You need to go and check him out. He does recipes, and some of them are a little different than what you might be used to. So he finds unique recipes a lot of times and makes those, and it's a fun channel to watch. He's fun to watch. He's a great guy. Go and check his channel out. I'm going to leave the link down below in the description box, and also I'm going to leave the link to the playlist in the description box as well, of all my other YouTube friends who are making some delicious lasagna for this collaboration. So it's National Lasagna Day, and that's what we're going to be sharing today. So lots of different ideas for that, and I think you will find some great recipes to try for your family. And now I'm going to show you what it is I made for this National Lasagna Day. I hope that you enjoy the recipe. It's a very simple one, and I hope that everyone has a very blessed day.
And for National Lasagna Day, I am making a spinach lasagna. This is meatless, but if you want to add meat to it, you can. I just decided just to stick with just these ingredients for this one, because we're going to roll these up, and I didn't want to have too much in the filling where it would be too messy. So the recipe calls for a 10-ounce bag of frozen spinach chopped, and I had a 12-ounce bag, so that's what I'm using since that's what I had in the freezer, and it worked out fine. You will need 12 lasagna noodles, and you will cook those ahead of time. Also 2/3 cup of Parmesan cheese shredded, and you also need 2.5 cups of mozzarella cheese, but 1.5 will go into the mixture, and the 1 cup you want to keep reserved to put on top. Also your favorite marinara sauce or pasta sauce. I tend to like the marinara sauce for these type of dishes, but you can use whatever you want. You can even make homemade if you want. I'm using the ricotta cheese. It's the skim milk, and it's a 15-ounce container. A lot of times I like cottage cheese over the ricotta, and you also need 1 egg. But I decided just to stick with the ricotta this time. So once your spinach is completely drained of all the water, then add the ricotta cheese, and I like to kind of mix it up a little bit just so that way it'll be a little easier to kind of mix everything up. And I will switch from this spatula to a spoon in just a little bit. Add the 1.5 cups of mozzarella cheese that's shredded. Then add the Parmesan cheese. And you can see it's starting to get a little thick here, but just kind of mix it up the best that you can. Add the egg, and then you want to fully incorporate that, and that's when I switched to a spoon, because I found it's just a little bit easier to mix everything together. But you want to thoroughly mix that egg into that mixture. And for the recipe, that would be it. But if you've watched me for a while, you know that I like to add a little bit extra. So I'm adding some garlic powder to this, along with a tiny bit of onion powder as well. And I just find that helps just to kind of give it a little bit more flavor. You can add any more seasonings that you'd want. I didn't want to overpower it too much. But take a 9 by 13 inch baking dish, and then put your marinara sauce into that. You want to put about 1 cup on the bottom. Then once your noodles are cooked, and I cooked those for about 10 minutes, I believe, then you just start filling those up, and you want to make sure that you do have enough filling, because at first I think I started to overfill when I realized, oh wait, I have another tray on the side with more noodles on it. So just kind of keep in mind that you have to there's 12 of these that you will be filling up. But just kind of pat it down a little bit in a thin layer, thinnish sort of layer. Once you do that and you feel like you have enough filling for it, then you will roll these up. And that is basically it for these. I mean, very simple and easy to do, very simple and easy to make. But I like the idea for this to just be in rolls instead of layered, especially since it doesn't have any meat or anything. I feel like, it gives you a good portion size for these. These are also, I tried to make these as Weight Watcher friendly as I could, but I think I ended up, the point wise, it was around, I think 12 points. So a little high, but if for dinner, not too bad for 2 of those. And you can see I went ahead and filled those as well. And I'm just going to continue to roll those up. And this doesn't take long at all to come together, so it can be a fairly quick meal during the week. You just have to make sure that the spinach is defrosted and ready to go, and drain it out. But other than that, cooking the noodles is probably what takes the longest. And like I said, you just keep rolling those up. It makes 12, and I feel like that makes a good portion because 2 of those are pretty filling, I find, at least for me. And you can always have a salad if you want with this on the side. You can have a vegetable if you want, but we felt like this was plenty enough for us. And just make sure you have them seam side down when you put them into the baking dish, and you will pour your marinara or pasta sauce onto the top of this. And I try to cover the whole noodle as much as I can. I'm trying to make sure I have enough in that jar to cover each one first. But I find I don't like to have a crunchy lasagna noodle. I just don't. I know some people like it with when they do macaroni and cheese and stuff like that. But I like mine just to kind of be not so crunchy. So I make sure that I cover that at the edges of it and then add the cheese on top. And that was plenty enough. I didn't think it would be, but it was. And just put some parsley on top. And this is what it looks like when it's done. Really, really delicious. Really did enjoy this. If you like lasagna, this is one to try. And I usually like meat in my lasagna. Like I mentioned, I usually do like ground beef and a hot sausage in it. But we didn't miss it in this at all. My husband enjoyed it, and we both like meat, so it worked out. It was really delicious and very simple to make. So if you're looking for like a meatless type dish, this would be one to try. But don't forget to check Jim's channel out down below in the description box. Also, the group playlist is down below, so please go and check everyone's channels out and show them some love. But I hope that you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're interested in seeing more like it, please click that subscribe button and that notification bell, and that will notify you when I post new videos. Hope everyone has a blessed day. God bless y'all.